So, good evening, lovely yogis, and just beginning by relaxing on your mats. After whatever day you've had, if it's been busy or tiring, let's just take a few moments to enjoy some stillness. Whether it's relaxation in the body you need tonight, or just quietening and calming your mind if it's been very busy. If there's been a lot of emotion going on, then it's just nice to come to our mat. Tune back into ourselves, return to that space within. And yoga is this opportunity to really inquire about who we are. Sometimes the more I read personal growth books or books that explore the deeper part of yourself, the more I think to myself, I don't actually fully understand myself in many ways. So when we come into these poses, when we come on our mat, when we have that space in our thoughts, that is that time to return to who we are, to tune into any imbalance in any of our chakras, or wherever we feel it through our body. And whether imbalance started through our childhood or not, from all sorts of different ways we've been had in nature and nurture, there are many ways of creating balance and healing. So just have a few moments to follow your breath. This might be the first time today that you've actually tuned into your breath in the most conscious way you can. Following the in and exhale. Relaxing your shoulders and face. And then when you are ready, if you're lying down, just draw the knees in, have a stretch. Take a few moments and then just join me seated. Today we'll have some quiet Zazen meditation practice, just seated meditation. We'll sit quietly, we'll follow our breath and allow whatever thoughts to meander through our mind, whether they stay there and take up residence or whether they kind of just float through like a passing cloud. Just observe it without any judgment at all. We have enough judgment on ourselves most of the time from all sorts of programming in our past and present. So let's just sit with self-acceptance, with a feeling of love for the self in a healthy way, for releasing anything that we don't want to hold on to, fear, guilt, anything, that sort of thing. And just be in our lovely, comfortable self, just breathing and following whatever comes to mind. So let's relax, rest the hands, close the eyelids, follow the breath. We can follow our breath as well as be aware of our thoughts at the same time. And then sometimes you'll notice the gap between the thoughts. Just trying to be that conscious observer of your thoughts. Notice when your thoughts take you away unconsciously. Notice where your thoughts are. Just those last few moments. And then we can just blink our eyes open, coming back. I just on purpose sort of let the last few minutes go by without me speaking, because sometimes it can take only a few moments for the mind just to go off on a complete tangent. But giving you that time to observe whether it did, or whether you stayed quite present, or whether there were kind of times when you were in and out of that kind of awareness of presence. I think it happens to us all. A few moments of actually being very aware, and then before you know it, the mind has wandered. Okay, so we're going to come into cocoon, our first one. So two-sided pose, where just start with your legs stretched out, and then roll yourself so that you can feel the sit bones connect to the mat. And then we'll take the left foot into the top of the right thigh, and then just gently leaning forward. If you need something under your knee, and if you need something under your left hip just to support, then you can use some props around you. And then just gently exploring how you feel here. Deep breath. So all yin poses are lovely grounding poses for our root chakra. And just checking in how you're feeling, if you do feel grounded or if you feel very unsettled in life at the moment. Do you feel safe in your body, home? Just exploring what comes up. Also working with our hip into sacral, our feelings, emotions and flow of life. So just using your breath, softening to the pose gently. Notice where you're still holding tension, whether you can relax. Why do certain parts always re-tense up, perhaps? Relaxing shoulders, head and neck. Awareness on your breath still. And we'll take a few more breaths. Slowly lifting up. And then lying down. Take your time. Even as you roll down, it's really lovely just to sort of feel everything. And notice how long it takes to soften your back. Can you feel any sensation of chi moving in your body? It might not just be legs, you might feel like a nice coolness on the sort of the chest, ribs, abdominal area. Keep trying to just relax all the muscles in your back. And so we'll just take a breath or two. Notice if there is still a bit of tension through your body, whether it will take even longer to fully relax. So we'll draw knees in, nice and slowly, one at a time, and then a rock from side to side. Sometimes that's the thing that will just ease that last little bit of tightness. And then when you're ready, let's roll up, other side. So again, just start with both legs out and get rooted and comfortable. And then when you're ready, drawing that right foot up to the inner thigh. And tonight, even though I didn't do it the other side, I'm actually going to just take a little blanket for that added support. Just means you don't have to think about having any muscles engaged to support the leg if it doesn't come completely down to the mat. And so, again, just finding where you can relax here. It's interesting to notice where you start in this pose and then when you end up. Check in with your breath, whether when you're unconscious to the breath, whether it's quite shallow in the chest. And then deepening to the belly. Just checking in with your body, does it feel good in this forward fold today? If at any point this pose starts to become uncomfortable, the intensity grows, please exit and relax. About halfway through, just noticing if there's anywhere you can relax more around the shoulders and arms. Deepening your breath. Just explore the pose a little bit more. And then one more breath. Slowly coming up. As you lie down, if you want to grab a block from nearby on the way down, we are going to come into bridge next, just so you don't have to perhaps roll up again. So take your time. Again, check in with how long it takes you to relax, whether it's quicker this time, longer. Where do you feel tightness still? Taking some deep belly breaths. Let that breath move up into your chest. Our chakras can become sluggish sometimes, or they can be abundant in energy and excess that has to be discharged. And breath is a lovely way of kind of releasing what can become very stuck and stagnant in our body, whether it's sort of a new sensation or if it's historic within us. When we breathe in, we take in what we need, and when we breathe out, we can just release. Whether we understand it consciously or rationally, just the mechanics of breathing can help balance. So gently just draw knees in, have a little hug and a rock. And so having come into that forward fold with cocoon, it's quite nice to come into supported bridge. So you've always got two choices of having the block on the highest level or that second height. Just check in with yourself where you are today. If you're feeling like you need to be more nourished, take it lower. Don't try to sort of be somewhere where you feel you're not going to enjoy it. And if you need to, just change also your position in your pose. So take the time just to find that spot for your block on the sacral part of your spine, not the lumbar. Make sure you feel nice and supported and that you can start to relax your thighs, the buttocks, and your neck and your shoulders. How do you feel? Keep noticing if any parts of your body just start to tighten and squeeze, and just rotating your awareness all the way all around your body to relax again. Relaxing your shoulders, shoulder blades. Even the sort of inner and backs of the thighs. And just enjoying this sort of lovely counterpose to our lower spine. Keep relaxing. Wonderful for your throat and heart. Our throat is this area of expression. How balanced does it feel? Have you always been able to express yourself? Childhood into adulthood. Sometimes our upbringing as children can deplete our throat chakra. Not being able to shout, scream, say what we think if it wasn't polite or the done thing. This can inhibit our throat. Keep relaxing, gentle breaths. Another reason our throat can be a difficult one to balance. In terms of our senses, we can't stop often what we see, and there's not often easy ways to stop what we hear in life through our ears. But there are ways where we may have closed our voice off in the past to balance the stimulation we've had through our life. We can visualize a beautiful turquoise and pale blue here. Just rotate your awareness again around the body. Are you relaxed? And then we'll take one more breath. Gently lifting yourself up away from your block and rolling down. And just have a few moments to just say some nice, sweet, kind things to yourself. Express yourself kindly inwardly. Even if it feels strange and awkward, just come up with a few phrases that are very pleasant. And as you do this, notice how the energy just slightly shifts. So following any chi, what you feel, where you feel it. And then bring the knees in. Take a nice rock here. And as you roll in a few circles, and you hug the knees in a little bit more, it might feel quite nice on the lower back. So we're going to come into a two-sided pose, twisted deer. If this pose doesn't suit you for any reason, just choose another two-sided posture that you'll know you'll enjoy this evening. So for this one, we're going to use our bolster, pulling it in towards your right-hand side. So for Twisted Deer, nice gentle twist this one. But we do roll onto our hips, so if you would like that added support, and if you have got a nice little blanket or a low cushion, then actually it really does feel quite nice to have that under the hip. Just a bit more padding. So we're going to take the right leg in front of us. The left leg just gently turns and swings to the side. Turning your belly to the bolster and lowering yourself down into this nice gentle twist. Relaxing your arms wherever it's comfortable. Let me just take a nice deep breath and softening. Take your time to relax here. And then as and when you want to, you can just sort of take your left leg a little bit further behind you if you want to. Really trying to relax your head and neck. So whatever pose you're in, just tuning into where there is tension, tightness. Following your breath. Notice your thoughts. Try and be in the present moment. Does your mind feel quite peaceful and quieter now? Can you notice the gap between thoughts? And so we'll take one more breath. slowly coming out of your pose. Take a moment to relax. With whatever props you're using, just keep them close by for the other side. How does your body feel? The tightness that you felt earlier in certain poses, has that dissipated? Following the chi in very different places. And then gently, let's draw the knees in. So we're going to come into the other side. Coming into your left hand pose. So for twisted deer, left leg shin is in front of you, right leg to the side. And again, just turning the belly, coming down and getting as comfortable as you can. Relax. It's only when you've been in the pose a few moments that you can start to really inquire where you're still tight, tense, slightly uncomfortable and need to adjust. In day-to-day life, we can get very stuck in our habitual postures. And we're probably slightly uncomfortable in certain ways a lot of the time. So in yin, in these poses, we really have to bring our awareness to everything we're feeling throughout our whole body. It's a constant rotation of awareness, being curious. So following your thoughts, following your breath. Does your breath feel deeper now? Slower? Do your thoughts change the rhythm of your breath? So just on our last minute, really tuning in and noticing everything you're feeling. And a few more breaths. Gently coming up. You can put your props aside. The next pose will be bench. So you'll just need a small cushion. Have a moment just to lie down. Letting everything soften. Just aware of whether as your practice, as we've gone through numerous poses this evening, whether it's easier to relax through your back as you lie down. Whether your body's getting used to being told to relax. The nervous system softened. And just enjoying how the breath can be really lovely and deep. And drawing these in. Rolling up gently. Just so you can put your cushion a few inches behind your back. And then we'll roll down. Our lovely bench pose. If you want to pull a blanket over you or support your head with block or something soft, please use what you need. Some days you'll feel comfortable with your head really reclined backwards, and other days it just won't suit you. Just let your eyes close, softening shoulders, relaxing your jaw. Nice deep breaths. Just being aware of the moment that you're in, how you're feeling. Lovely opening in your heart center. And again, just return to a few lovely things that you can say to yourself here. Do you have a few favourite affirmations? I love and accept myself. I am lovable and give love easily. I am enough. Notice what affirmations feel comfortable within yourself and what ones feel strange. Tuning into your heart chakra. Do you have a lot of love around you? Do you find it easy to give love or show love? Are there parts of you that protect yourself? Tuning into maybe where they stem from. So let's just take another lovely breath here. And we'll lift up, move our props, come down, just for a few breaths. And just checking in with how you're feeling throughout all of your chakras as you lie here. They stimulate root to crown. And then when you're ready, we'll come into relaxation. So if you want to return to seated, you can do. If you're quite comfortable lying down where you are, you can stay there and get warm and comfortable too. Blankets, if you've used them, handy for having another layer. The weight of a blanket can make you feel quite nice and cozy and safe and tune into your root. So we'll just have a nice little visualization. I'd like you to imagine that the sun is coming low in the sky and you are walking through perhaps a meadow or just a little piece of land with some trees. It's still light, but there's that lovely warm glow of the sunset. In your mind, you can perhaps imagining that you're heading home towards a little log cabin or a holiday home. I want you to imagine, if you can, in a comfortable way, that you're barefoot and you're walking on the earth. Your feet are directly connected to the earth, and perhaps it's nice and soft underfoot, lovely soft leaves, or soft grass, but you're comfortable. And just walking through nature, there's still a sort of a warm glow to the end of the day. And that warmth radiates within you as well. Perhaps draw yourself to the feelings of childhood where you were carefree, completely content and happy, with nothing to worry about, a lovely safe home to go back to, loving family, something warm in your belly later. And enjoying connecting with nature, being intrigued by the smells that you smell, the noises that you hear, the way the light shines on the meadow or the trees through the branches. Curious about the wildlife around you see. You're no threat, so maybe you see little rabbits, birds, squirrels. So just take some time now to create this lovely landscape in your mind. So gently and slowly draw your awareness back. Notice if you could quite clearly imagine the scene in your mind, or whether it was difficult. Perhaps you can't. You can visualize better, or maybe sometimes you can feel the feelings. Everybody's very different with how they learn, how they feel things. So just starting to move fingers and toes. Take a deep breath. Nice long sigh. And then if you're lying down, you can just have a nice long full body stretch and then hug your knees in. And then gently you can come up to seated. If you're already seated, maybe just some gentle movements. And then we can bring our hands together. Om Shanti. Namaste.